Hey guys, what's going on? Sherman here. Today we're taking a look at another fantastic light by the company Thrunite. This is Thrunite's TH20 Headlamp. Really been impressed with Thrunite lately, guys. They keep putting out just fantastic products. Super build quality, low price point, very, I think, innovative features, and again, especially for the price point. I've tried a lot of headlamps on the market, and none of them have really blown me away. This one is fantastic. By far the best that I have personally ever used. Not saying it's the best one out there, but it's just the best one that I've personally ever used. And like I said, Thrunite, it really impresses me with their build quality and their features. So, like I said, this is their TH20 headlamp. This is in their cool white. You can also get it in, I forget what the other one is. I'll annotate it. This is their cool white version. It features a Cree XPL V6 emitter. There. Orange peeled reflector, which gives off a floodlight, which for a headlamp is what you want because you want it to illuminate a large area out in front of you and not necessarily just a hot spot wherever you happen to be looking. This is a very cool, innovative, I think, light, especially for the money. This has what's known as a ramping feature, meaning the light will, when you're holding down the on and off button, will ramp up or down. And I'll show you that in a minute to tell you, to kind of give you an idea of what I'm talking about if you're not familiar. I'm just going to go ahead with the technical specs real quick. This is made out of an aircraft grade aluminum, so very lightweight. It only weighs 2.6 ounces without the battery. Depending on what battery, could affect the weight a little bit. But this is a single AA battery light, or a 14600, something like that, the rechargeable AA sized batteries. Here's your battery compartment right here. So it is waterproof with an O-ring. There's your AA. I just have a cheap Aldi brand AA in here. It is brand new though, so you guys can see the light features with a brand new battery. You know, with different batteries, your run times are going to vary, of course. Type 3 hard anodizing on this. It is waterproof up to IPX8 standards, and it is drop resistant up to 1 meter, which is, what is it, roughly 6 feet, I think? But I've dropped it from standing height. I'm not 6 foot tall, but I've dropped it from standing height, and it's just fine. So the features you get with this is a firefly mode, an infinity setting, which I'll show you that in a minute. It kind of deals with the ramping features, turbo, and SOS. Now, Cutlery Lover has a fantastic review of this headlamp, and in his review he mentions that yeah, SOS is pretty cool, especially for the purpose of this headlamp. You know, hiking, you know, God forbid you're out there, you know, you get lost, you need to use SOS. Every rescue service, pretty much anybody recognizes the SOS beacon, you know. But he thinks that it would be much better to have a strobe feature. And I agree with him. I would like to see a strobe feature on this light. It does not have one. So in future versions of this light, I would like to see a strobe feature. You know, if anything, take out the SOS, because I don't know anybody who has ever had to actually use the SOS feature on a flashlight. You know, they're probably just, you know, clicking it on and off, doing the Morse code thing. So I know a lot of people that use strobe, though, for getting people's attention. But anyway, that's just my 2 cents. In the packaging, you are going to get a spare little rubber holder. That this is, you know, what holds the light, of course. As it's, you know, of course, a headlamp, it's got to attach to something. So, comes, of course, with the head strap. It is very soft, actually. Very soft, very comfortable. There's your adjustment point right there. And which is nice is that not only is this resting on your forehead, this soft elastic material, is that it's also separate from your light. So that's going to conform around your head, and it is very comfortable. I have worn this over almost an entire weekend, sitting underneath my sink and replacing a faucet. So very comfortable, no problems there. Here's your on and off button. It is knurled, good texture there. You have knurling on the sides of the light here. And of course the light is removable from the silicone piece. It's just hard to do. Like I said, the packaging comes with a spare one in case it dry rots or breaks somehow, and it comes with spare O-rings for the seals on this light. Alright, so getting into the features, it does have a memory setting. I have it just immediately set to the lowest mode right now for you guys to see, but when it's off, hold the on button down, and it enters Firefly mode. Firefly mode is 0.3 lumens. So 0.03 lumens, not even a full lumen, and that's what that looks like. I mean, I can point it directly at the camera. It doesn't change the light or anything. So it'll run on that for 14 days. So that's pretty incredible. And then any other click, additional click while it's on Firefly mode, we'll just turn it off. And just one quick click will turn it into the low mode, or it's known as Infinity Low. And Infinity Low is 1.6 lumens. So Firefly mode is your special mode, and then this is the standard lowest setting. And 0.6 lumens will run for 21 hours. Now if you turn it off, turn it back on, it has a memory, so it will come back. It'll come back to the last setting that you had the light on at. So very cool. But the ramping feature, as I mentioned earlier, what this does is, so let's say your light is on, right now it's at the lowest setting at 1.6 lumens. Press the on-off button again, but hold it down, and it'll actually ramp up from the low setting and to the maximum lumen output for the infinity settings, which is 230 lumens. It'll run at 230 lumens for 95 minutes, says the book. But a very natural, it says cool white, but it's almost like more like a natural, very natural bright white light. Not your traditional, bluish LED tint. Very nice. It is a floodlight, as you can see, so no real hot spot, but very nice, that orange pilled reflector. So if I were to push the on-off button down and hold it again, it'll start ramping down. And it'll blink when it gets to the lowest setting, the 1.6 lumens. So very cool feature, because you can truly get whatever output between 1.6 lumens and 230 lumens that you want. So I'm just going to show you, hold it down, it's going to ramp up, and I could stop I could release the button and it'll stop wherever I released it at. So whatever lumen output that is, I don't know. But, you just kind of gotta go by sight. So instead of fiddling with low, medium, and high, or even, moonlight mode, low, medium, and high, you have your Firefly mode, you have a turbo mode, and then you have just a variable lumen output. Anywhere, like I said, anywhere between 1.6 lumens and 230. So if I were to press and hold down the on-off button again, it's going to ramp down. It oscillates. So if I had just ramped the light down, I press and hold the button again, it's going to ramp up. So it's ramping up, and I want it to stop here, so I release the button, it stops there. It's not at the maximum output yet, but if I were to press and hold the on-off button again, it's going to ramp down. So it's not something where, okay, you're ramping the light up, you stop there, oh, I want it a little bit brighter, press and hold it again, it's going to go back down. So it oscillates in terms of up and down of the ramping features, but still, very, very cool feature. I'm a big flashlight fan, but I haven't been into lights for a really long time, and in Cutlery Lover's review, he mentioned that this feature used to only be available in $1,000 custom flashlights. And this is available on a $30 from Amazon flashlight, or $30 from Thrunite, and you save 5%, by the way, shopping with them. So very cool feature, and like I said, with that memory mode, I'm going to ramp it up, and I'm just going to stop there. So now when I turn the light off and turn it back on, it's going to come back on to that lumen output. Now anywhere from, when the light is turned on, anywhere, double click the on-off button. That's going to send you into turbo mode, which turbo mode is 250 lumens. So this light has a maximum output of 250 lumens at 93 minutes. So this is a special mode. It's not part of the low to high setting. So hitting the on-off button again, just turning the light off and turning it back on, it's going to enter the last variable light setting you just had. So the memory does not remember turbo mode or Firefly mode or SOS, which, by the way, SOS, I'm going to go back into turbo by double-clicking. Double-click again, and that puts you into the SOS setting. Again, I would like to see that be a strobe feature. I think more people would use that if it was a strobe. Turn it off, turn it back on, Goes back to the same variable light setting. So very cool ramping feature. Really makes the possibilities endless. You can get the lumen output to what, to suit your needs. When I was rooting around in the underside of a cabinet, I didn't need it real bright. But it might be something where, on a normal light, low might be too low, medium is a little too bright, and high would certainly be too bright. So this, you can truly adjust it to what you need it to be. Alright guys, I'm about 20 feet away from my shed. It's not completely dark because I have an outside light on, but you guys will be able to get the picture. Alright, so I'm going to turn the headlamp on, and it's going to be on the lowest infinity setting, not firefly mode, because you will not see it. But I'm going to turn it on basically the lowest of the variable settings. So I'm going to turn it off, turn it back on. So you can see it, it's not noticeable at all. So I'm going to press and hold down the button and get it to ramp up so you guys can see it change just as it goes through the variable lumens. Oop, got to focus. And it'll blink to let you know when it's at the maximum or the minimum output. But you can see it just completely lights up the entire area, which is what I love about a spotlight, is because you guys can't see it on the camera, but pretty much the entire path out in front of me is illuminated like the shed is in front of you. So that's, like I said, what I love about a floodlight, especially for a headlamp, because if you're going to use this while you're backpacking or hiking, camping, stuff like that, in the dark, going around the woods, you want to see everything around you in your peripheral vision, not just a spotlight right in front of you. So, very, very bright. And just, for the heck of it, I'm going to turn on the turbo mode. So, not a whole lot of difference between the turbo, because the highest output setting on the Infinity's setting is 230 lumens, and turbo's 250. So we're only talking about 20 lumens difference. Another nice feature I wanted to note is that since it's on this little silicone holder, it's neat because when you're wearing this and it's up against your forehead, you can tilt this and twist it into any direction you want in terms of up and down. So while you're wearing this, you can point it straight down. It's going to shine directly onto your feet or your path that you're walking. And there's a big hazy fly in here, whatever you guys call them. And or you can point it straight up. As Cutlery Lover mentioned in his review, power goes out, you point this straight up, and it's going to illuminate the ceiling of any room you walk into. So it's immediately going to illuminate the entire room. Or, when I was working on our sink, I'm not looking directly straight up, but I needed the light to be straight up. So I had my light tilted kind of like this. Or you can point it straight out. So I like that feature. With most of your cheaper headlamps you see on the market, they're just a fixed light housing, basically. You just put it on your head and go. But this, you can adjust it. So, very cool. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this review. I'll put a link in the description to where you can buy this light off of Amazon and Thrunite's website. Definitely check it out. For 30 bucks, you cannot beat this light. For the amount of lumens, to the fact that it's just a AA light, to the fact that it has a ramping feature, and waterproof, impact resistant, 250 max lumens. I mean, you can't beat that. This, in my opinion, for the price, is the best headlamp on the market to date. So, anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this review. Definitely go check out this light. Big thank you to Thrunite for sending this to review. All right, guys, have a great rest of your night. Stay safe, stay sharp. God bless. Sherman 614. Peace.